you guys, because today we're gonna be talking about this very, very interesting movie that I wanted to share with you guys. So we're gonna be talking about the relationship between Janka and Esther on the movie called In Heating. So basically the movie was released in 2013 and it is a Polish movie, but don't worry, there are English subtitles available, there are French, subtitles available. So regarding that situation, everything is checked. But before we get into more details regarding this movie, regarding this two ladies relationship, I just want to say please don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe to the channel. And thank you so much for everybody who did that already. I really, really, really do appreciate it. And also please let me know down below in the comments if you guys have watched this movie, what you think about the relationship, and what would you personally rate this movie from 1 to 10. Me personally, I will definitely rate this movie a strong 9. One of the reasons why is because it's a very, very educational movie, and it's also, even though the movie is not based on a real story, but I know like during that times a lot of people could have gone through this situation, so I will definitely rate it a 9. So let's not waste any more time, let's get right into what's important. So basically, Janka, the movie is set in the spring of 1944. It's Poland, in Poland, near the end of World War II. Janka, lives really, really changed when her father decides to offer shelter to his Jewish friend's daughter, Esther. So Janka hides Esther, a young Jewish woman, because she was in danger, because people were behind her. I don't want to say, who, but yes, it was during World War II. But as time goes by, she becomes obsessed with keeping Esther close. And when the war ends, Janka doesn't tell Esther and keeps her hidden anyway. But I will get more into more details regarding the reason why she decided not to tell Esther the truth about the war ending. So when Janka's father got arrested, Janka starts taking care of Esther by herself, and there's where they started to develop a romantic connection with one another. Esther was actually the one who made the first move on Janka. Janka was hesitating, but ended up giving in because she really developed that emotion with her, and she really wanted to know, what does this feeling that I have for this woman, why do I care about this woman so much? So when Esther made that move on her, it just gave her that door to really understand what is going on. Janka didn't want to tell Esther, she didn't want to actually tell Esther because she didn't want to let Esther go and to be free, because Esther was all she had, but she was also being selfish. But Esther, on the other hand, didn't mind being with Janka all the time, because that's the only person that protects and took care of her when nobody else wanted to help her and take care of her. Because if you see how Janka's father treated Esther, you would understand that when Janka started to take care of Esther, that it was really a really, really big difference on how to protect her, because she was keeping she was hiding in the underground, like in a small space. And Janka always spoke to her father, tried to better her conditions, but her father was against it, and he's always said, if the police finds out about this, if the people in the park find out that we are hitting her, all of us is gonna be eliminated. But Janka always wanted to better her conditions and make her feel more, even though keeping her hidden, but still keeping her more safe and in better conditions. Basically, Janka did everything to protect Esther. There was a guy that almost found out where Esther was hidden, and during that event, Janka accidentally took his life away, and they had to get rid of and they had to get rid of the whole situation. And that's when they really first connected intimately with one another, because after that you can really see that Janka really is willing to give up her own life to protect Esther, because that's her only way that she could prove to Esther that that's her way of loving. Janka and Esther continued keeping their affair secret. Of course, they didn't have no choice. But as time went by, it came to a point that it was very difficult to keep the secret about, it was very difficult for Janka to keep the secret about the war ending away from Esther. So that's when things actually started to take a turn, because Esther actually realized that something was going on outside, but she didn't know nothing about, no news, no updates, because she couldn't go outside the house. She was always in the house hidden. So she started to notice some different things, and and Janka was always telling her, no, it's nothing, it's the same old, But one day Janka was ready to let her, to tell her the truth, because she was starting to feel guilty, because she could see how much the fact that Esther couldn't be free, how much it started to affect her physically and mentally. So she decided to tell her the truth, that the war is almost over and you can finally be free and go outside. And when she told Esther that, Esther was so happy, because she's been hidden for years, and the fact that she can finally be free really, really, really was a happy moment for her. But on Janka's side, it was like, okay, this is the moment that I'm gonna lose the person who I care for, because once she's free, once she goes outside, she will never want to be, how we were. And Janka wasn't ready to let that side go. But that ended up happening. So Janka finally told her the truth, and Esther could finally go and be free, and Janka released her, basically. It was and of course, and that's when Esther started to finally have her opportunity to live her life again and enjoy her freedom. She started to do all the things that she couldn't do during all these years. And that's when Janka actually realized that it was time to let her go. It was time for her to move on as well and start something new, start a new journey. But it was very, very disappointing, for Janka to let Esther go, because when you only know one person and you only know how to live with one person and take care of one person regardless of the conditions, that's all you know. So she kept that secret in order also to protect herself or not losing someone that she loves. But I'm really, really happy that Janka, told her the truth, because Esther deserves to be free. She was going through a lot. If you actually watch the movie, you will understand what I'm talking about. It was very, very difficult for her to be kept like hidden like that, underground, and all of that, seeing people, not being able to socialize, not seeing the day, not seeing night, just being like basically in a box. So I'm really, really happy that they have decided to end the movie on a very, very positive note. At the end, they go their separate ways, but for a good reason. Both of them needed a new start and be apart in order to start their journeys. But yes, guys, the movie actually is a very good movie. Like I said, I would rate it a strong 9. But I would also like to know your personal opinion regarding this movie. Please drop down below in the comments, if you guys, like I already said, if you guys have watched it, I would really, really appreciate your opinion regarding this whole movie. And I also activated the super stickers, just in case any of you wants to do like a donation to the channel. I will definitely appreciate it.